Okay, so today is the 28th of June, and it's 1 month and 1 week, I believe, after my girlfriend broke up with me. And I have tried to film this video once before, and I did it 3 weeks out, and I opened up a lot in that, and I want to be opening up to my audience. I know I don't have the biggest audience right now, but one thing I like about YouTubers that I watch is that when they're transparent and not just showing you, oh my god, I am such a good YouTuber, I have money, I just bought this, I can do this for a living, I can do this, but also shows the lows. And no, I'm not a big famous YouTuber, but it is my dream, and I want to be one of those YouTubers where you actually feel like not everything is just perfect all the time. So yes, my girlfriend broke up with me over a month ago, and she broke up with me the 27th of last month, if you want to know, or in that weekend, maybe a little bit private, but yeah, that's when it happened. It's been over a month. The reason I'm not showing you what I recorded 3 weeks out is because I opened up a lot in that. And the reason I'm doing this video, because one thing I want to get out is this is not to hate on my girlfriend, and I know most people that will see this is gonna be people that know me, people I've maybe gone to class with, people I've not seen for a long time. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be her as well, her friends. This video is not to talk shit about her at all. I still love her, and yeah, nothing wrong happened. And then you can be like, not that all these videos just to shit on the ex-girlfriend, but then you can maybe be like, why then make it? As said, to be transparent, and also like take you through to show you that, and also to show you that if you're going through heartbreak, I say this in the first one I filmed, but I'm not go back to that anymore. If you're going through heartbreak, you're not alone. I was with this woman. I was with her for 5 years, since I was 16 to 21, and I know some people will maybe say, oh, that doesn't count, or because we were young, or we are young, but that is just not true at all. I was a teenager when we started talking. I became an adult, and now I've been an adult alone for the first time in over a month. She was there through where you grow the most. From 16 to 21 is where you learn the most about yourself, where most things happen, I would say, at least for now. Listen, it does count, like 5 years with the same person in those young years, and none of us ever cheated. We did not end on a bad note. I actually think we ended on a very adult and good note. What I hadn't done after the 3 weeks, and I filmed the last part I was gonna upload of this video, is I hadn't talked to her ever since the breakup. Now it's 1 week after, and after I have actually been out talking to her, and I tried to get her back because I'm the one who got broken up with. I'm the one who saw her as my future. I tried one last time. It did not work, which is fair. I've learned that is of course fair, and like there should be two people to, like, it's just not, I cannot just say we're gonna be together and then it's just like how it is. Of course I also want her to feel like she wants to. She didn't want to, and that's just fair. But what I want to say, it's hard because I'm not showing you me crying and stuff, but if I showed you the last video, and that's not what I'm scared of about that video. I just opened up about a lot of private things I wanted to not open up about because of my ex and because of me, because I don't want everybody to know all that stuff. I have no problem with crying on camera. I don't care. I actually think it shows a lot about your personality and shows that you have feelings and stuff. But I'm that long in the process now that I'm not really crying that much anymore. I'm just kind of numb. I miss her every single day. And if you're going through this right now, okay, something just my mom just came home, so I had to like greet her and stuff. Okay, back to the video. I can't remember where I left off, because one thing I want to say is you can maybe watch this video from a place of true heartbreak, true devastation. Maybe you just lost your boyfriend or girlfriend. Maybe you just lost a loved one. Maybe you just lost a pet. Something, you are heartbroken. And you may be looking at me and be like, yeah, he's not heartbroken. And to that I have to say, it's been over a month and I still cannot sleep, really. I still don't eat right. I'm doing those things better, but I still am not doing them to the fullest when you are like in a good headspace, you can say. And I know that is not enough to say I'm heartbroken, but if you saw me the first week, if you saw me in the last video I filmed, I started crying in that one. And the first week is the hardest week I've ever had. Like the first week of the breakup, after the breakup, was the hardest week of my life. We went cold turkey, you can say, after the breakup. We didn't write or speak to each other for a month until I reached out to her for a talk. It was the hardest thing I've ever gone through, and my heart was truly broken. And if you don't believe me and you're just like, oh, just another... As said, I was with this girl for 5 years. She was there for me. Every single problem I ever have had in my whole life, she was there for me. She has been in this room right here more times than like I would ever know. No matter what drawer I pull out, you cannot see them, but no matter what drawer I pull out, no matter what basket I look in for stuff, and no matter what corner I look in, there is probably a letter or a picture of her somewhere in this room. She was for 5 years, my whole world revolved about her, which was toxic. I threw a lot of friends away because I was like, oh, I still have my girlfriend or my ex. I'm gonna refer to her as a girlfriend sometimes, but we're not boyfriend and girlfriend anymore, but you know what I mean. I was like, I threw people away. I maybe did not take my friends seriously because I was like, I don't have to do that. I still have my girlfriend. And at last, when she broke up with me, I did not know what to do with my, before we broke up, I had no plans with my life. I wanted to do YouTube, but as you know, until you are doing YouTube, it's a very unsafe to be like, I am gonna be a YouTuber, and then of course you have to put your all into it, but it's always good to have like a backup. I now have that, but I didn't have that before. I only had contact with her and my best friend, but not as much with my best friend, only if we were actually gonna do stuff like, you know, watch a movie or go to the cinema, something like just two friends, you know. But other than him, I only have contact with my girlfriend. So in the space of a weekend, I lost her, which then meant I lost like my everything. I lost absolutely everything in my world. My only worth in my head was her. Was me being with her was the only worth I had, if that makes sense. So when she wasn't there anymore, I felt like I was worthless. So I have, and I still am, working on the idea that I have worth as a person alone. Like, you know, I have my worth. I have my I have my worth, and that's what I'm trying to do every day. I'm still not there yet at all. I don't know if it looks it or if it doesn't. I would say I'm good at sometimes being self-aware, and sometimes my head just runs off in all sorts of directions. But yeah, the first week and the first month, like I'm still having hard days, like hard days. It's very on and off. And everyone I've talked to this with, because I have now, because of the breakup, I have written to my friends I have thrown away or neglected. I've written to them, I've gotten them back. I have said sorry to them for neglecting them and just not feeling like they were as what is it called, as important as they absolutely are. You should never neglect your friends, because they don't just go away. If you're their good friends, they don't just go away, and you should never neglect them. And I will never do it again, because I've now learned how fucking important they are. I wrote to the ones I really wanted to get back into my life. I've written to those ones. I've gotten them back and they've been there for me, and I'm very lucky to have that. But yeah, I have had many, at least for the first 3-4 weeks, it's only been 5 weeks. So it's not like last week is so different to right now. And I'm also in a good headspace right now to film this. So that's why it's gonna come out like I'm not sad right now, because I had literally trouble falling asleep yesterday. And the only times I am good at falling asleep is when I'm sleeping with someone like my friend and stuff. So like just him being in the room is easing me down more to be able to sleep. Yeah, I'm still at that age where my friend comes over, we do a movie marathon, and then we sleep. And that's way easier for me to sleep. And yeah, I am at a point now where we talked a week ago. She said, you could say once and for all, that it's not going to be us for the foreseeable future. You can say you never know what the future holds, but I'm not going to have hope anymore, because that's going to kill me inside. I know that. I have started, or what I'm going to come in on is maybe some things I think people should do in order to try and move on, because I know how fucking hard that can be. And at least in the first 1 to 2 weeks, you are a zombie walking around. And the only thing, and I can tell you it's not gonna go away just yet, even after those 2 weeks if you're really down bad. But the only fucking thing you can think about throughout the whole day is your ex. And I still have those days. And when I don't have those days where I do it all the day, I will do it 75% of the day. It doesn't just go away. It of course depends on the situation you're in, and if you still have contact with your ex. We don't. We both know that it's best for us to not have that in order to get on. So I don't have any contact with my ex right now at all. I didn't have for the first month until I reached out. We talked. We still got it good with each other. It's hard. It's also hard coming out with the words. I think it's me trying to justify that I was heartbroken right now. I fucking was, and I of course don't need the viewer right now to believe me, because just the fact that I know I was is good enough. I was down under. I actually read a book, and I never read books. I read a book. It has a cover, but it's over there. I think it's the one laying right there is the cover for the book, but it's called How to Fix a Broken Heart, by a psychologist named Guy Rinch. And it's just, I have read that. It's a good book. It tells you some stories about people with broken hearts and tips and tricks, like 3 tricks to get over a broken heart. That's not how it works. I know that. Trust me, I know that. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you now how I think I have dealt with it and how I plan to deal with it going forward. I live in Denmark, if you don't know, if this is the first video I see, and I live in a very small town, and I will probably most definitely see her again, out and about, and that is what hurts the most sometimes. But yeah, my main thing right now is to work on other stuff and progress in other things to increase self-worth. And also one of my things I needed to do was to reach out to my old friends, or the friends I still was friends with, but really show them that I want to be friends again, and I want you to be in my life. That was a big thing. I want to progress in maybe YouTube. That's something I was not ready for until today, it's not like tomorrow is just gonna go hard, but I'm trying to get more into that. Something that has helped me a lot is going to the gym, and not, of course, my body has gotten better because I'm going to the gym for the last month, of course, but also just to get out, because I know how hard it is to get out of your bed in the morning and go out. And don't get me wrong, in the start you have to take those days where you're just laying in bed and being sad. You have to be sad, but at some point you have to live life as well. You have to go out and live life, get some memories, get some stuff done. Without your girlfriend, you have to. Like, I went to work straight after and I was broken, and everybody at work could see that. I said it to them. I said what has happened. But I also knew that I could just not lay in my bed, do fuck all, because that would not help me in the slightest after a certain point. It helps you right in the start, and it helps you in the weekend sometimes and stuff. But yeah, another thing, progress in something, maybe try and learn something. I started reading a book, which is so out of my comfort zone. It's crazy. Like, reading a book, what's going on? I started running. I know that's also training. When I say training, I mean going to the gym. It's what I've done. But I also started running like almost every day. Right now my calves are killing me, but I started running every day. I've gotten in very, very good form in terms of my condition and stuff. Conditioning. Learning stuff. Yeah, another thing, and this is very dependent on the person. If you have one good friend, or 5 good friends, or 20 good friends, use them. And it's very few. One of those persons, I'm not. I have to talk about it all the time to just get my thoughts out, and then I can do something. But if you're one of those persons who just likes holding it in, just working with it in your head, still use your friends, but use them in other ways. Because when I'm saying to you, use your friends, I'm using them in the way I am inviting someone over, I'm making plans with someone, then I'm trying to have a good time, but also talking about the breakup. But one thing you should, if you don't want to talk about the breakup, you should still use time with your friends, get some good memories with them, and just be out thinking about other stuff. And I know the whole thing of, yeah, I could go out with my friend and be happy with them for 2 hours, but when I get home, I'm still sad. And I get that, but when you were out, you were happy for about 2 hours, and that is 2 hours you would have been sad in if you were just sitting alone by yourself at home. Listen, I know I'm still working through this stuff, this particular thought I'm going into. I know that it's very hard to see your life without this person, and do not get me wrong, I had dreams, aspirations of moving in with this person. I'm at that age now where we are moving out. My dreams and everything was with this person, was with this girl. I wanted to move out with her. I wanted to get married to her. I wanted to have my future children with her. That, like, no cap, of course you're talking about that when you're together with someone, but I wanted to do that with her. I wanted to do everything with her. I loved her. I still love her. She knows this. And I'm still every day working to accept that that is not the case. And it's also working with the fact that that is not the end of the world. And also learning to kind of love yourself before you're trying to love someone else, because I'm not the kind of guy who will go out now and then just be be a player, what you can say. Like, it's also what I wanted to do now is work on myself. I want to work on the YouTube because it's my dream. I want to move out alone, it has to be, which is gonna be very fucking sad, but I want to move away from this city into a bigger city. I want to progress in other stuff. I want to show my friends that I love them to bits. I want to spend more time with my family, something I've not even been in and about. Like, my family has been so great throughout this whole stuff. I have the best family in the world. Use them. And just try, and I think I've been very good at like, even through the hardest of times, knowing what is good for me. So the days I've been most sad, I still went to the gym. I still did stuff. I still try to do stuff. Sometimes you can't, I get that, because I know that. But I still try to do that every day. Or every day I could. I don't know how to... don't know how to do, but I don't know. But the reason I've not been uploading, the reason I have been very absent, the reason I've not answered the couple comments I have gotten, I know I only have 169 subscribers, 69, nice number. But the reason I've not been active at all on my YouTube is just because of this, of course. I have plans for the YouTube channel. I'm gonna be one of those very versatile ones. I'm gonna be sometimes gaming, sometimes commentary stuff over gaming. That was stupid, yeah. Sometimes I'm gonna do reaction videos if there's something funny or something to react to. Sometimes it's just gonna talk to you about stuff. It can be absolutely everything. Be ready for absolutely everything on this channel. You are not subscribing for the apps, for the specific gaming content. You're subscribing to me because you like me, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm trying to create a brand that's not... I had a plan to do only FIFA videos. I've only put one up, I know, but I had a plan to do like a lot of FIFA videos, and that's still a pretty good plan for starting YouTube, to just like grow and stuff. But I just don't want to be independent on a game or a specific thing to be like... I want people to subscribe because they like me and not because they like the FIFA like per se, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna try to start and upload more over the coming time. But know that in secret, or in when you're not seeing, I'm still working on this stuff. I'm talking to you right now like I'm over it. I'm not over it at all. I don't know when I will be over it, or if I ever will, because I know I've seen her once before we had our talk. I saw her once. I started breaking down crying, and I saw her for a split second out in public. Then I saw her when we were out talking, which was way more chill, and I've not seen her after that again. I don't know when or how I will react the next time I see her, because it's really one of those ones where you just feel like you're getting pulled back again. I know this video was a bit out all over the place. It's also just an update on... I have plans for the YouTube channel. And if you're watching this and you know me, yes, me and that girl, you know I was with. We're not together anymore. We still do like each other. We are not friends because we know that it's too hard to maintain right now. Yeah, this was hard to film. I could still... I was in a very good headspace right now to film this. If I filmed this just maybe 1 or 2 days ago, maybe I would have started crying and stuff. And some days are fucking hard, but yeah, it's an update on me, and it's just to show that I know I have not in this video shown you how I was the first couple weeks, so it's hard for you to tell if I was truly down bad. But if you are down bad right now and you do believe I was there as well, I can tell you I am not out of it yet. But I can tell you from where you are right now, she meant everything to you. I know that. This girl did that to me as well. But you will get into a better place, but you have to fight. You have to fight for it. You have to fight your instincts. You have to know what's good for you. You have to try and do other stuff. You have to try and fight the urge to do some things you know. Because maybe you want to reach out to her, but every time she just cuts you down, you have to stop then reaching out. Even though you want to do it so much, you have to stop, because it's just you opening the same wound over and over again. You have to stop. So please fight against it. Please go out there and also like just learn that you have some self-worth. Learn that you can live on your own. Know that there will be... That's something I have not come to yet, but I know that's something I have to learn. But know that if this is not the girl we are destined to be with, or not the boy you are destined to be with, if you're a girl watching this, there will probably be another. And if not, you will be stronger after this than you ever were. And that's something I think I'm starting to learn the most right now. If I'm after this, I will probably be stronger. I will probably be more resilient to stuff. I have learned more. That's one thing I also said to him when we were talking. I've learned more this month than I have in my whole entire life. I feel like I've learned so much about myself, so much about what I'm like, how I'm doing, like how I'm talking to people, how to interact, how I'm taking certain stuff, everything. I've learned so fucking much. So yeah, if you are in a place of heartbreak, trust me, I have, and I am there with you right now. It will get better, but you have to fight it. You have to be with you have to be with friends. You have to talk to someone. You have to fight through it, man. You have to. That's it for me. I have genuine plans to try and be active on the channel again. If this is the first time you see me, maybe drop a like. And if you're generous and want to follow my journey through YouTube, hit subscribe. And then if you're broken right now, it will get better. Trust me. And you feel free to write a comment or DM me one in some place, maybe Twitter or something, if you want some tips. I don't know. I hate the whole tips word, but you can also always DM me if you're going through stuff and you want to ask me stuff. But yeah, that's it. There's probably so much more I wanted to say, but that's it. An update and a thing to let you know that you are not alone in this one.